duo in Champions Summer 2017 last year. Have they been preparing, cooking up something new? They've had a lot of time to prepare for Griffin.
Well, rolling back to the bans, Talia and Morgana, taken away here by Griffin. The Aatrox, of course, banned away by Gen G. Final ban, where do they want to focus? Got two supports, one mid off the board here from the side of Griffin.
Nocturne still available. You'd have to imagine that on the Swain. How do we round out the first round of the draft here? Because support has been taken, jungle has been taken, not a lot of ambiguity about the first two picks. Maybe one of the first flex towards Viper might be considered in this first round. Waiting a long time here, Griffin.
They're running down the clock,
and look
but
at
it's just
this.
gonna be the Ezreal.
They take away Ezreal Tahm Kench from Gen G. When we saw a first round Tahm Kench, it seemed very likely that we would be seeing the Ezreal Tahm Kench again. That's the sort of duo that Gen G have been prizing for a long time.
Oh, okay. We get the Rengar coming through for Haru. Classic pick for this guy. Is making this pick look so very good back in his debut. Now we come back to it yet again.
And I think Griffin blinked first, Kilios. And what I'm talking about is meta chicken, because we just had the awesome dude carry, but you know this is very, very standard and predictable. Gen G would have definitely prepared against. They could just go Kennen top lane if they want it and go back to the AD Kennen. Maybe Griffin doesn't care because they have so much engage. They can try to answer a split push. The other way to answer the Mundo recently has been farming his Gangplank. Old Cuvée favorite. Last picking for Cuvée on the red side is what I was expecting Gen G to do, because when they really respect their opponent, we do see those chops out of Cuvée. It could actually be a Gangplank mid lane from Fly, an old pick for Pawn, but could still come out in this game. There's a lot of flexibility here. We're going to have to wait till 20 seconds.
The GP into the Galio will do quite well, can just sit there, farm up, poke him out.
Pawn for KT Rolster, I believe in 2017 spring, might have been summer, was the first to show it. We're going to have to wait here. I think GP does better in the Mundo matchup. Spirit Visage answers the...
Tarzan's just going to shove him back.
Galio and Mundo coming first.
Down. Sword getting a bit of damage in. Tarzan getting closer, flashing forward, looking for that first blood. They flash over the wall. Sword manages to get the first blood. Now Cuvée, he's isolated himself, but Fly is pushing over, trying to distract them, trying to allow for the Gangplank to get out successfully. Taunt coming down from Jovi. Throws down the winds, Fly flashing to the side, but he's going to the opposite side of the jungle. Jovi goes forward. Will he go down? Manages to get the auto attack in. Griffin will come out on top, 3-2 in the end.
Had a huge advantage because their members were grouped towards the back end of that skirmish. So Griffin pick up kills. Tarzan, crucially, getting killed.
And the charge will just go ahead and take it down, so it's going to be the first brick going over to Griffin. Now looking for the dive in onto the Rengar. Haru getting locked up. Doesn't stand a chance. Managed to get the kill. Now Hens dashing forward, gets the flash in to get the taunt. Fly will flash away to safety.
Good
Here's
disengage.
entrance, not going to pop anybody up, but Tarzan's already down to about half HP as Cuvée goes golden. He's going to be surrounded for the moment, but the Devourer's there, but the taunt comes in. They lock down Core JJ and take him out of the fight. Fly trying to play very far forward. Push as much damage as he possibly can. Can't finish off that Shen, and now has to start kiting backward. Take a look at Sword in the back line. He'll go down. Fly flashes in, looking for the damage. Lahens goes golden, but doesn't have any escapes. The Shen's gonna fall. That's gonna be a 2-for-1 coming through in favor of Gen G. Still down 1 kill, but they tie up the golden now that they can scoop up the Cloud Drake.
Fascinating extended fights. We talked about how people are not gonna die quickly. See, it took so long. When Chovy was able to zone and they killed the Tahm Kench.
Way doesn't want to go straight into the pit. It's going to be the dive into the backside, looking for the Ashe. Takes Hulu down to about half HP before Tarzan pops the stopwatch to try to stay alive. Fly playing up front, uses the Zonias to keep himself alive, and in the fight as Haru goes into the back, trying to execute on the Viper. Cannot get it. Now it's going to be Sword alone in the backside, getting shredded down by the Ashe. Has to flash over the wall, trying to get out of here, but the Devourer comes in from Core JJ. Will not be able to take him down yet, and that's going to be Haru falling. 1-for-1 so far, but Cuvée and Core JJ limping out of the fight.
He's out of mana.
Can they try to turn this one around and go back over for the Dragon? Instead, they go over the wall. Get the taunt off, but a lot of damage coming through. Now everybody going to have to head for the hills. All of the Griffin members so dangerously low. Slowed up by that Vision of Empire. Chovy, Lahens, Viper, and Tarzan, all of them falling nearly to death. No Dragon coming through, and the True Shot Barrage not going to be enough to finish off Cuvée. Takes a bite of the orange. Infernal Dragon. See if they can take it. Sword leading the charge, pushing in. Vision of Empire comes down. Griffin split away from it. Drake down to about half HP. Tarzan trying to go for the steal. He manages to take that one away, but takes a big burst from the barrel. Now that's going to be the barrage getting laid down. Haru chases in. Stand United coming through, trying to keep the Nocturne alive. He still has the Guardian Angel, and they'll take down Haru in the exchange. Core JJ trying to cut his way back and Fly. Goes over the wall with a flash. Juve playing up, pops Hysteric's Gauge. True-Shot Barrage comes through, flashes away from the Cleaver. They will go ahead and catch out Fly as they take him down. That's going to be a 2-for-0 going over the side of Griffin plus the Infernal Drake Steel.
First team fight where we actually saw Griffin being the team to kite back, and the team that has kited back has won the team fights consistently here. The fight for once was out of range of the Ashe for the majority, so her damage was irrelevant. Griffin gallop over to the Baron, and this is the Baron they desperately need.
Yep, go ahead. Clear out the vision in the back of the pit. The Hawk Shot already burned, but Haru dead for another 15 seconds or so. Juve trying to poke out as best he can, but they're clearing the barrels before he even gets a chance to pop them. With the parlay, Control Ward dead, Baron down to 4,000 HP. It would be a miracle steal here. Try to take this one away, pops it over the wall. Even though Griffin gets this, wow, yeah. Well, the poke damage is real.
Yeah.
He's got the Blade of the Rune King to try to stay alive. That's going to be the jump forward. They come in into the backside. Tarzan going in deep. They lock him down, and Chovy stomps him out. With the hero's entrance, Fly falling low, Chovy just going to go ahead, Justice punch his way back to the turret, and Griffin just like that are able to knock down the outer mid, now looking for the inner, and there's really nothing that Genji can do but stare on.
Insanely decisive, and with 2 down, 40 seconds on Ruler, how much can Griffin get?
Yeah, screw the point that I was about to make before that fight happened. Griffin now starting to run away with the game. The inhibitor going to fall in the mid lane. Core JJ down for another 25 seconds, Ruler 30. Do they just go for this? Tarzan is pushing up as they start looking for the towers. Wave clear still going to be decent as long as Juve can get the barrels to connect. Throws down the barrage.
TP
start
back in.
things off. TP coming through right onto the cannon creep. Sword trying to play up front. Down the half HP pops.
10 seconds on Ruler.
W trying to stay alive. That's going to be the first one going down. I think they might have done this one. Second turret going to be falling. They jump in, get the taunt in onto Haru. He dies, as does Fly. Inhibitor going to fall in one fell swoop. Griffin comes straight in off the backside of the Baron. Extend it to 12-5 and take game 1.
Blink and you'll miss it. They do get over the line. There was some clutch plays by Lehens with a couple of taunts at the end that won the game where it stood. The decisive call to dive now, kill Ruler, gets Goomba stomped by the Galio and goes down was clutch. That is the late game Griffin that we know of. This time with the marksman, it looked like they might have missed it.